me to just play it. Come after me! I'm a man! I'm for you! Can't wait! Let's go!
Yo, what is up? What is up? It's me, it's Key, and we're back with another. Of course, the dog want to start barking. Somebody's coming in. That's what it is. But I know it's been a minute since y'all seen this, and we back. We had some difficulties. Life happened, and life happened. But we're back. Joey, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Like you said, life happened, but I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, we are both here, but glad to be talking. We got a lot of hoops to talk about. Of course, the NFL, of course, wrapped up their season, with the Kansas City Chiefs going back to back with winning the Super Bowl over the 49ers, who just can't seem to get over hump. Mr. Kyle Shanahan just can't do it, can you? But basketball is definitely heating up in the standings. We're going to go over some free agency stuff in the NFL. Some people got released. Some people got traded today. One Jerry Judy. We'll talk about that. But first, let's go over into the NBA right now in the standings. Things are looking a little crazy there. Over there in the Eastern Conference, we still got Boston with the top seed, 48-14. We got Cleveland is number 2. 41-22. We got Milwaukee holding down the third seed at 41-23. New York Knicks is hanging in there at the fourth seed, 37-26. Right behind them, Orlando. The Magic is still in this thing at the fifth seed, 37-27. Miami. I always tell everybody, watch out for Miami. Playoff Jimmy is going to be coming around again, and here he is, 35-28. And of course, unfortunately, my 76ers are in the play-in tournament as of right now. If things ended today, they hold down to 7. Indiana 8, Chicago 9, and Atlanta is 10. So yeah, that's what holding on, and everybody on the outside looking in. And Washington has officially been eliminated. 10 over there in the East and over there in the West, we got the OKC Thunder. Who would have thought that the Oklahoma City Thunder would be the number 1 seed in the West? 44-19. Minnesota's number 2, 44-20. Denver 43-20. The Clippers hanging in that 4th seed, 41-21. New Orleans, they at the 5th seed right now. They're playing pretty good basketball, 38-25. And Phoenix holds on in that number 6 spot, 37-26. Then we got Sacramento, Dallas, your Lakers at number 9, and Golden State Warriors at number 10. Now, who is your most disappointing team right now?
I have 2, but they're in the same conference, and they're pretty much the same team, different names. The Washington Wizards / the Atlanta Hawks. Listen, because it's a tie because they both have the same issues. They both do absolutely nothing well but run around and shoot the ball and show off. Washington has a Jordan Poole problem. Atlanta, whether they like to admit it or not, has a Trae Young problem. They have wildly inconsistent players. However, Washington did make the decision to bench Poole. Atlanta can't do that with Trae Young. They can't even fathom that, even though he could use a good benching. But right now, for me, I think there's a little bit more basketball IQ in Atlanta, so I have to go with Washington. But as a combined for both of them, it's probably a -5 because they don't try on defense. They're not very negative. They're not very physical. And they have players that like to run their mouths and not show up. They don't have a culture that's conducive to winning basketball. And they've had pieces for a minute. Especially, that's why when I talk about Washington, I'm like, free Denny and free Tyus. They don't deserve this crap. They are too talented to deal with it.
But he don't want to leave. He want to build something there. Okay, if that's the case, build around Kyle Kuzma. Get Jordan Poole out of here, man. Get him out of here. Like,
I don't know why it's untradeable.
I don't know why they offered him that lucrative amount of money. What is going on in Washington? Tyus Jones is a good player. So is Kyle Kuzma. And then you got rid of Gafford. You traded him to Dallas. I like Daniel Gafford.
Mm-hmm.
But the most disappointing team that I can say right now. Let's see.
I really wanted to say the Lakers, by the way, but I couldn't put homerism in it.
I wanted to be a homer and say my Sixers, but we injured prone. But they're still, next man up type of thing. But I'm not going to say the Sixers. Disappointing. I mean, Houston is stuck into they disappointing. I wasn't expecting them to be all, playoff mode anyway. I can say Phoenix, even though they are in the 6th seed right now. They can never play all together. Bradley Beal's always hurt. Kevin Durant's usually the only one there. Booker was hurt for an amount of time. This happened before in Brooklyn. They had the big three together. They can never play together. When do we see them play together?
They've played 24 games together, all three, and it's an 82-game season.
I mean, Golden State. Maybe I could say they're disappointing a little bit because I know they can play better when they can play. Dallas. Luka's been getting these triple doubles. Luka's been getting these triple doubles and losing. What is going on? But before we go further, y'all just gotta shout out to the chat because again, y'all are the few that makes us go. Kyle, what's going on? Benny, appreciate y'all being in the building. We got Aside Media, aka Ern. And then we got Raphael. What's going on, Raph? So, Kyle said he's disappointed in the Bulls because they are still in purgatory and seems happy with that.
Let them be happy with that. I know Bulls fans are literally about to blow a top, about to blow a gasket.
Because they couldn't move Levine. They couldn't move DeRozan. Lonzo is starting to come around and come back. Hopefully he'll be back next season. Caruso can do so much. You got a young guy in AO. Not Draymond Green. Andre Drummond, and he's doing all he can as a veteran. I'm just surprised that they didn't do anything. They didn't do nothing. They didn't do anything. Not even try to get better or nothing. Memphis got hurt. Ja Morant got hurt. He can't again. We thought with Ja, if he would have been healthy, we thought at least that they probably would have maybe been playing team. Utah, they're still working the kinks out. Portland is just going to be Portland, and we all know what San Antonio is going to be. Speaking of San Antonio, you did want to bring up San Antonio. What about San Antonio that you want to talk about?
One, can they please get rid of Jeremy Sohan? Please. That is piece number one that needs to go. It is like they have 3 good players on that team. Wemby, Vassell, and Johnson. The rest of them, turnstile. Because what I watched Spurs highlights. And the one thing, I watched a few sets of them. It was literally Wembyana, the other 2, and everybody else. They would just stand on the floor on defense, not knowing what to do, how to do it. I'm like, they got a long way to go. They got a long road to hoe. Because it's like, what is this? Sohan isn't a point guard that's going to be able to facilitate very well because he don't do it very well. He has his flashes, but and he's not very good at the forward spot either. And putting him at center he's not big enough for that. I feel like for the Spurs to be even competitive is going to be about 4 to 5 years.
They need to build, get some pieces around Wemby. Wemby is getting scary now because he is the size that he is, still shooting a good 40% from 3. That's scary. Scary. So
he is going to have to put on some weight. I already see that. I knew that was going to happen. He's going to have to put on some weight.
He is just a little bit, he can get some Texas cooking in San Antonio, some barbecue, something. You can slide him a soul food plate. If you want to be Jamaican, get him some some oxtail, some rice, some curry chicken, something. I mean, but I said that about Chet. Chet needs some cooking too in Oklahoma. But
I don't know what's in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I don't know what's in Oklahoma either. What's in do you think Wemby's the clear front runner for Rookie of the Year?
At this point, yes. Because the way he's been doing it on both sides of the floor, again, I had the opportunity to watch Sengun drop 45 on him just from beating him up in the inside because he's got about 50 pounds on Wemby. He's going to need some weight. But I think he's going to be clear-cut Rookie of the Year. Brandon Miller's doing nice in Charlotte, but it's Wemby and then who else?
It was Chet. It was Chet. Then it was Wemby.
He's not a rookie.
Nat. I know, but he's considered a rookie. He isn't.
He is not a rookie.
He is in the talks of Rookie of the Year. I know it's stupid. He got drafted last year, but he didn't play. So you don't step foot on the court. You didn't play. So I get it. Trust me, I get it. That's what happened to Ben Simmons and Donovan. Remember, Donovan Mitchell had the definition of rookie on his shirt because Donovan Mitchell should have won. Ben Simmons was not a rookie, but
it went downhill from there.
So, but yeah, if you don't step foot on the NBA court your rookie season, you're still considered a rookie the next season. So, it was Chet for a while, and then Wemby just clearly took over front runner for Rookie of the Year, which well deserved. But Bill Durant, like Kyle said, get a point guard that can be a floor general, put him in the best spots on the floor. Sacramento will be okay. I mean, not Sacramento. San Antonio will be all right. Now I had my list here. Where'd it go? Okay. Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns gets hurt. And we said that Anthony Edwards was an injury away. Now Cat's out. French Fry ain't gonna score the ball offensively. That's gonna be all Anthony Edwards now that Karl Anthony Towns is out. Where do you see Minnesota falling to at the end of the season?
Because they're about to fall. Right, they're getting ready to start sliding into just a few games. And it's a bigger deal than it is a kind of a big deal considering what Cat has kind of turned himself into. I am not a Karl Anthony Towns person, by the way.
Mr. No Show.
But he has turned himself into a pretty decent role player. Pretty decent 1B. Naz Reid he's a capable backup, but come playoff time, you're gonna want Karl there. But I don't want Karl there if he's not completely healthy and able to be him. But far as them falling, they could fall between the 7 to 7. Depends on what their schedule looks like.
Damn, you put them in the play-in? You dropping them that far?
Yes. Yes.
Wait a minute.
They're too. I don't get it. Because it's like you have Gobert who has no lick of offense unless he's literally 2 inches away from the goddamn dang on rim. No offense. He get an occasional shot.
The left of this month, they got the Lakers, the Clippers, the Jazz twice, the Nuggets, Cavs, the Warriors, Pistons, Nuggets again, and then the Bulls, and then in April, the Rockets, the Raptors, the Suns, the Lakers again, Washington. They got Denver again, the Hawks, and then the Suns.
So they're gonna fall to 5 or 6.
That would be if they go to 7, I'm gonna be like, wow, y'all heard it here first, y'all. If this comes true, remember Jury said it. Play in.
They need all their pieces. Minnesota's a team that's gonna need all their pieces, big pieces.
And again, you got Anthony Edwards leading the team with 26.3 shooting. Of course, Gobert is going to get his assists. You still got Conley, McDaniels. It's going to be tough. And if Anthony Edwards go down, you can forget it.
Because didn't he already have like a little slight injury?
Mm-hmm.
You better hope
Minnesota
he
has a
don't
13th.
re-aggravate it or make it worse.
Minnesota has a 13th toughest remaining schedule. They might be able to tend water. Ooh, thread water.
But some of
What's
those
going on, Daniel?
teams that are on that schedule are also going to be very desperate to get either in a playoff spot or a play-in spot.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to take that into account too. That's why I'm like, they could fall to 6 or 7.
That's definitely.
Also,
Yeah.
I just don't like Minnesota because I'm
Yeah.
like,
It's just crazy. Minnesota. I was trying to figure out how they was the number one seed from the beginning when they're. Would you say they was 27 in offense at one point?
because without Anthony Edwards.
I think top 4 is set in the West in any order. Denver is peaking and taking the number one seed in the West. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got the East still, and we got Boston as number 1. Who is a threat to the Celtics in the East?
Let's see. I don't trust Cleveland yet, but I do trust Milwaukee's starting to put it together. Doc Ashley has them playing pretty dang on well, and Dame and Giannis have started to click.
That's the
But
regular
Cleveland is a
season.
threat.
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee's a threat. The Knicks, I don't think they are a threat because all they have to do is beat people up to even have a chance. They have to play like that, but they could be a threat if they're healthy. Health is going to be a big thing. To me, it's really between the Bucks, the Cavs, and the Knicks. It is not Jordan Poole and the Wizards. Do not play with me right now.
You know, Ern got a troll.
Do not.
You know, Ern got a troll with the Jordan Poole. If Milwaukee plays the way they play, if they can click on all cylinders, I can see them being a threat. But again, it is one Doc Rivers who chokes in the playoffs. They can be a great regular season team, but when it counts and it matters, they choke. Last year, they did lose to Miami in the first round, and they were number 1 seed. Cleveland does have the roster to do it, like Kyle says, but they come in stagnant in close games on offense. The Knicks, John said the Knicks play together. They definitely could be a threat. Magic with a sleeper. I know that their coach definitely is going to get coach of the year. I forget his name. But I think he should get coach of the year, taking this Magic team, and they've been competing all season. So it's definitely going to be tough. Do I see Boston going back to the finals? It's definitely possible because at the beginning of the season, I thought the Sixers are going to get their acts together. But again, half our roster is hurt, including Joel. So we're supposed to get them back. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen with the Sixers and Joel if they get things together. But if we completely healthy, we could be a team to watch out for. But as of right now, I don't know what the heck to think of us right now. MVP. Who the front runner up there with Joker?
I know who's not, and I'm sick and tired of hearing it. Luka. Luka's doing triple doubles and they're losing. That's not MVP material. So we can shut that down right now. But if they don't give it to Jokic, which they most likely will, I think SGA could be a nice second or third option. Maybe Giannis, and Tatum has been a sleeper, but he's kind of slowed down a little bit because, Boston can be a little on and off at times. But they're probably going to give it to Jokic.
Yeah, definitely.
Luka don't need to be in the conversation.
You got Jokic, SGA, definitely. Giannis, Tatum will be like my top 4. But the way Denver's definitely playing right now, you got to give it to Joker. This will be if he wins, this will be his third one in a matter of a couple of years.
Third in 4 years?
So you gotta tip Trae Young's haircut for MVP. Tatum won't get MVP. You definitely got to give props to number 15 in Denver down there. We all know what talented that Jokic has and that team. So is Joker, SGA, Luka is your top three. Tatum slightly over Giannis. Okay. But either way, it's going to come down to Jokic or SGA, and I think they're going to go ahead and give it to Jokic. He's just playing lights out now. I mean, like right now, I can't even hold him. Any new else that happening? Oh, so we did get some news that Pacers Benedict Mathurin have to have season-ending surgery. That stinks for Indiana. Zach LaVine's ahead of schedule after foot surgery. Don't mean nothing. Bulls ain't going nowhere. Curry has an ankle sprain. It's going to be reevaluated. Let's talk about your Lakers. Let's talk about your Lakers getting a win last night, the 123 to 122. D-Lo. Can we go back to calling him D-Lo now? 40 points. Talk about your Lakers getting that victory.
It was a good win. I knew it was probably going to be one of those high-scoring games. Dinwiddie kind of telepath where Dame was going to go with that shot and blocked it for the game-winning block. But the fact that we even hung in there without LeBron, I think this team, if they could really get it together. I've been saying that all year. Get it together. I mean, Darvin Ham needs to get these damn lineups straight. I don't know. Well, yeah, let me get myself together. Darvin Ham needs to get the lineup straight. Rui and AD definitely need to be starting together. I don't know how many times I have to point that out, but if this team can be consistent and actually hit a switch, which I have a feeling they might end up going on. I'm not trying to jinx it either, because they did this last year, where All-Star break, you work out the little kinks, and they go on this little run. It was a good game, and it showed that we could actually play worth a damn. But they start the whole losing thing. They realize at this point in the season they can't really afford to lose anything if they want to do something in the postseason. Now, something, whether it's a play-in or a playoff spot, that's up to the Lakers. I don't have high expectations, considering how the first half of the season went.
I mean, it was a good game. D-Lo has his flashes when he does know how to score. Just imagine if everybody was doing this consistently, how dangerous the Lakers would be right now. Kyle said, I thought Doc fixed the defense.
I mean, for Dame's credit, he has been playing a little bit better defensively. Just to give him a little credit.
Yeah, no, the Bucks have been balling. Lakers should have kept Pat Bev and Westbrook.
Don't start, Damian.
But can we talk about the dummy of the week award that goes to one French fry? Did you see that crap we pulled last night? Dummy. How you gonna throw up a money sign on Scott Foster and got teed up? Get out of here. Hey LeBron, tick tock. Yeah, so Gobert. Ben Simmons is special. Ben Simmons is done for the year. Ben, what the heck have you done?
He didn't start for the year, so what's the point in announcing that?
You have done nothing. It was a stat that I had posted. It said Ben Simmons only played 322 games while LeBron played 322 games of his Laker career. That's sad.
That is pathetic.
That's sad.
Absolutely pathetic.
It's horrible. Ben Simmons, there's a spot overseas for you because I don't know what team's going to take you, and you need to be arrested for grand larceny. Why are you stealing money like this?
Just robbing the bank. Just taking these people to the bank.
The Sixers are stupid for giving him the money back. They No, you didn't come to work. You don't get paid. I'm not giving you your money back. I'm sorry, but they did anyway. But yeah, they did. They did. We're gonna switch over into the lovely world of the NFL. We all know it is almost draft time. And free agency is coming up on Monday, I believe, the 11th. So we already had some flashes here. We all know Russell Wilson got the can, which Denver did him dirty for, and they're dumb because they are in cap hell.
This is what they get.
Cap purgatory, whatever you want to think of, that's bad. They're in it because they're going to give Russ that $126 million guaranteed, and they're in the hole $85 million. $85 million. All because of one coach don't like Russell Wilson. But y'all had this man. Y'all wanted this man to take a pay cut while y'all was winning on a 5-game winning streak. Come on, Denver. Y'all gotta be better than this. And now y'all traded Jerry Jeudy for a Will Smith CD and a bag of annihilators. Y'all traded him to the Browns for a Will Smith CD and some annihilators. We're not talking about the big pack annihilators, the one when you get 4 pieces in it. And it's the banana kind, the kind that nobody like.
I eat those. I'm not a psychopath.
So now you putting Jerry Jeudy along with the silent assassin and Amari Cooper, and then
they released Justin Simmons,
and then Nick Chubb comes back. Then who's going to be the quarterback is the question. Oh, and Justin Simmons got released. So Denver is just they're gonna have to go out and recess and find people to play with.
No, karma finna come bite them in the butt immediately because of how dirty they did Russ. He didn't deserve that.
He said the NBA injury list should be called the Simmons list.
I agree.
Could Denver trade Sutton too? They need cap relief.
If they don't trade him, they'll flat out cut him because they'll be paying Russ $85 million over the next 2 years.
Denver going to be looking like the 2010 Denver, 4-12.
Irrelevant.
They're going to have a top pick. It looks like they might have to draft a QB. Again, they're gonna be playing with the Water Boy and everything else on the team.
Stiddy's there. They got Gerald.
Okay, explain how Russ deserved it.
Just because Russ may be a little corny, that does not mean you get treated poorly at your job and have to stand for it. No, because it had been your job and they had to ask you right while you're on the clock doing whatever it is that you do exceptionally well to take a pay cut, you probably would have put in your 2-week notice right then and there. So don't sit here and say that Russ got what he deserved. No. Denver didn't have to
give him that contract. He didn't have to sign. But for you to say that Russ deserved it, no, he didn't. Because for one, they're on a 5-game winning streak, and you asking this man to take a pay cut while y'all winning. And then all of a sudden, okay, well, we don't, you're not going to start. If this was any typical other person other than Russ, trust me, Sean Payton would have got thrown into a wall somewhere.
Exactly.
Talking to me like that, and then going to be all in my face on national TV. Come on now, Russ just stood there and took it. Come on now, y'all can hate Russ all y'all want to, but Russ is a stand-up dude in my opinion. Is he still a good, reliable quarterback? I still think Russ still can play a quarterback. Is he mobile as he used to? He's not as mobile as he used to, but he's still efficient. So, Russ.
Don't sit here and say that. Don't sit here and say somebody deserves to be mistreated because if it had been you, you'd be ready to call HR. You'd be ready to quit. Somebody asked you to take a pay cut. And the fact that they set him up from fail from the jump. You gave the man the one Cardinal sin of football. Don't pair a veteran quarterback with a rookie head coach. You don't do that. They did it, and then they turned around and tried to rectify the mistake. And the dang, Sean Payton didn't even give him a chance. He eviscerated them before he even got there.
This was Sean Payton's fault. This was his fault from the beginning. I'm gonna
Definitely
tell you
Sean
why
Payton's
it was his
fault.
fault. He wanted to come back to football. He wanted to go to Denver. If you knew that Russell Wilson was there and you knew you didn't like Russell Wilson from the beginning, you should have stayed on TV for a year. And you know where you should have been? You should have
The
went to
Chargers.
San Diego. The Chargers. That was perfect. That was a perfect opportunity over there. Justin Herbert would have been your quarterback. Should have waited. Now you stuck
And then
with
to
them.
sit around and do the media shenanigans about we like Russ and da. You liked him enough to ask him to take a pay cut in the middle of a season. Cut the crap.
Yep. Zach Wilson. Where do you think his future goes? Do another team possibly needs a quarterback take him? Would you put him in another system? Maybe would another system work? In my opinion, I think he needs to leave the Jets. Maybe go to somewhere else. Maybe he can develop properly. I mean, put him. I'm just saying hypothetically. You take him out of the Jets and you put him in a Cleveland situation. He has a line. He has a tight end in David Njoku. He has a tight end in Chubb. And you got Cooper. And you got Jerry Jeudy on the other side. And he has a good defense. He had a good defense with the Jets. But put him in maybe in another offensive with some pieces and maybe a line to protect him. Do you think he'll be better?
Yes. I mean, I feel like Zach, excuse me.
Hold on,
Zach
wait.
Wilson.
Hold up. How the hell are you gonna blame his wife for making him a diva?
I was gonna start with that, but I was like,
what's Sierra got to do with this? Nothing. But I'll go ahead.
Yeah. Zach Wilson, watching him, he has talent. He is capable of making the right decisions, but he was also stuck with a defensive-minded head coach and incompetence on the offensive side with the coaches that they had, like Todd Downing and Nathaniel Hackett. But if he goes somewhere, I'm sorry, that was funny. If he goes somewhere with the offensive-minded head coach and its actual stable organization that might give him a chance, maybe. I don't even think the Steelers would do it, but the Steelers to put depth on the chart. The Falcons. They don't know what the hell they're about to do at the. I think Zach Wilson is better than Desmond Ridder, which shows you how much I think of Desmond Ridder.
That's bad. That's bad. If Zach Wilson's better than Ridder, I can put Zach Wilson.
I've seen it for myself.
Put Zach Wilson in Atlanta. I bet you he'd be better. He's still the offensive line, still top 10. Mm-hmm. He still got Kyle Pitts, Jake London, Bijan Robinson, and his defense ain't bad.
If he fails, but Raheem Morris might not go for that. But
yeah, Zach Wilson could be used in a situation like the Rams backup Stafford. I can see. Like I said, if he gets in the right team with the right person, I think
they can fix him.
They can fix him, definitely.
Him and Mac, they in the same situation. They can be fixed. Mac was ruined by. We all know what happened with that.
I can see. I think Russ could go to Pittsburgh with Mike Tomlin. Now that would be a coach for Russ. It would be Tomlin. He would end up taking Geno route if he ends up in Seattle. And the sergeant said he agrees with Kyle. Kirk Cousins. Where does Kirk Cousins go?
He bought a house in Georgia, so I have a feeling that Kirk might end up down here. He bought a house in the Atlanta area, so he's probably going to end up down here. Get ready for it, Falcons fans, because Kirk only plays well at 1:00.
I know Kirk can't beat Tom, but Kirk is still better than Desmond Ridder.
Exactly.
Kurt, you're going to get experience with Kurt. He knows how to, he's been in the playoffs or whatever. You're gonna get a ball out of Kurt. Say what you want. Before Kurt got hurt, Kurt was balling. Kurt was balling. Justin Jefferson went down. He still had a Hawkinson to throw to, and Osborne and those guys. Atlanta, you put Kirk Cousins with Atlanta. I believe Atlanta will be a playoff team.
They will hate Kirk down here, but I feel like it's gonna happen.
I'm about to ask my cousin because she in Atlanta and she Atlanta.
Falcons fans are, oh my lord, they're so irrational. I thought Titans fans were irrational.
In Mercedes-Benz Stadium this year, and I'm going to take a picture next to the Chick-fil-A that's closed.
Yeah, because that makes no sense.
I'm going to take a picture next to the Chick-fil-A that's closed and rant. Like, why are y'all even here? Why are you even here? But Atlanta is a perfect fit for Kurt. It is. Mm-hmm. It's weapons.
And you have a veteran head coach.
Veteran head coach. Their defense is not half bad. They just a quarterback away.
Well, tell the Falcons fans that Justin Fields ain't coming home, so they can stop that.
Yeah, Justin Fields ain't going nowhere. Falcons. Oh, wait, where'd it go? Falcons has a salary, $39 million salary cap because it's going to ask for guaranteed 35. What team needs a QB? I know it looks like the Patriots might be trying to shop Mac Jones if they don't draft one. Pittsburgh. Kurt in Pittsburgh. Russ in Atlanta.
Mike Tomlin says
Russ in Atlanta. You mean Sierra could go back home? That'll be great.
Falcons fans will riot. They will burn Atlanta to the ground.
They don't want Russ either?
No.
Who they want? Oh, they want Fields.
They want Fields.
Well, Chicago ain't biting with that one, so y'all got to move on from that logic because it's not gonna happen. I believe somebody's shopping. Somebody's Kurt in Tampa.
They're gonna sign Baker because they already signed Mike Evans. They're gonna re-sign Baker. That's what's gonna happen.
I knew Mike Evans wasn't going nowhere. Mike Evans is still a top receiver in this league. Say what y'all want. This man has 8 straight seasons over 1K yards with different QBs each year. He had Brady. He had Baker. He had Jameis.
Oh, yeah.
So Mike Evans has been balling over the last seasons. So what else happened? Justin Simmons, he gets the boot from Denver. We did talk about that.
The Steelers released Patrick. They've been making cap moves. So the Steelers released Patrick Peterson and Allen Robinson.
Kurt in Vegas. I forgot Vegas needs a QB. But Russell is talking to the Steelers and the Giants.
Hold on. The Titans do. If they need a quarterback, it's for depth. Levis is the guy. They're pretty set. Callahan is set on Levis.
They was talking about another receiver coming to you guys. I could possibly going to either draft on somebody to help on that receiving side.
Go get Romeo Odunze. That'll make my day.
Brandon Graham is coming back to the Eagles for one more season. His 15th season. This is his farewell tour. Kelsey will go down as one of the greatest centers in NFL history.
He'll be in Canton 5.
He retired. Definitely, he will be first ballot in my opinion. Because nobody calls a press conference to say they resigning. So I already knew that was coming.
Once he said a press conference, yeah,
he should be available for the Titans. That'll be a good grab for y'all. Derrick Henry, is he done? Or where do you think Derrick Henry goes?
I think if the Cowboys, they're saying that the likelihood of him even coming back to Tennessee is going to be close to 0, but the door isn't closed. So look for that. But if Jerry Jones don't go get a Derrick Henry type running back, or don't go get Derrick Henry himself, he's not serious about winning the Super Bowl, because that's what they need. Even though I would hate to see him in cowboy blue, and I really don't want him to see him in no cowboy blue. But that makes the most sense. Or he could go, since Philadelphia likes to take all the talent off my team anyway, he's gonna be a bruiser for the Eagles. That I would watch.
They already talk about rumors of Saquon coming here.
Y'all don't need a Saquon.
Jalen Johnson, the Chicago Bears signed him, so that's good that they got their safety back, or the cornerback back. So Benny says, Jury, he's having some Titans merch coming out this summer.
Let me know, cause
y'all don't know Benny. Make sure y'all hit him up. He makes all the merch. I got
Derrick Henry goes to the Ravens, I will cry.
I got some hats and some visors that he's done made. So I have them. So you make sure y'all hit him up. He's on Twitter. Y'all want to see everything, but definitely he got some merch coming for you with the Titans. Jerry will do all he can do to get Henry in Dallas. I doubt it. He don't do nothing as it is. He don't pull no triggers on nothing.
And if Derek decides to go to the Ravens, I'm gonna throw up. Because then I got to hear.
I think he's leaving, unfortunately, because there's many certain rumors Chicago are set on Caleb. Caleb might go to Washington. That would be the Ravens.
I hope Caleb is worth all this goddamn hype.
His daddy want to own half the team. He remind me of LeVar. How LeVar was.
Mm-hmm. Just talking, just to talk.
But LeVar, you haven't heard nothing from LeVar except that corny behind shoot them $500 shoes. He's smoking. Nobody buy them things.
And his kids played in them shoes, and two of them are hurt.
That's why Alonzo said that's why he think his injuries came. But look, one thing I can say, hold up. His one kid, I got 2 pair of his shoes. Oh, yeah. I got 2 pair of his shoes. LaMelo Ball shoes. I'm sorry. I had to get the Melo shoes. Them Jones is kind of tough. Got the purple ones too. But yeah, I think Caleb might be going to Washington. Patriots might be drafting the QB. If the Bears are smart, they'll keep their number 1 pick, get Marvin Harrison, and then with their 9th pick, get Joe Ott from Notre Dame for your O-line help. If they're smart, but if they want to get the picks, because I know certain rounds they don't have picks, it has to be a team that's going to offer them a receiver. Don't let the Giants come up there and say, "Oh, we want y'all." Who y'all offering? Y'all don't have nobody unless they giving up Thibodeau. But no, y'all got to offer me a receiver, and I'm not dropping that low because I still want to get Marvin.
Yeah, like that's the smart thing to do. But for the Bears organization, that makes way too much sense.
Caleb is the Logan Paul of NFL. I can't.
Very factual, because I'm tired of both of them at this point.
We're not going to talk about Jake. I know we don't talk about boxing, but if Mike Tyson loses, it's rigged.
I want Tyson to hook him real quick.
All you got to do is 1 shot to the body. That's a wrap.
Bow.
I think the Patriots are trying to draft Bo Nix,
who throws a lot of picks. Kyle,
you know Bo Nix since you the Patriots fan here. If you could actually get a QB, who would you want? That's not Mac Jones.
Y'all did Mac kind of dirty.
Kicking my tail, I know that much. So you got the 49ers. Could they be a threat to, or are there any threat to Chiefs next season? Do you think they repeat?
They're always going to have that threat because they're the Chiefs, that they could three-peat, that they could always, because now they've shown that they can look like absolute trash and still rattle off a Super Bowl run. But the 49ers being the biggest threats, no. Because it's like, absolutely not. Because as long as you have Shanahan, trying to be the big brain in the room, constantly outsmarting himself and putting his team in bad situations, there will always be a hiccup. And if you look at the 49ers, it's not usually, if it's actually play related, the hiccup. It's usually because of a dumb decision that's either made or not made. So as far as that's concerned, no. But and that locker room, they might not be able to keep all them players together anyway. I feel like the 49ers are headed for a downward trajectory. But if anybody could knock off Kansas City next year, Detroit could. If Detroit can get back there, they could. Cowboys don't do anything in the playoffs but lay eggs and beat up on the teams that they're supposed to. The AFC is going to be a little harder this year. You're having healthy Burrow. I don't know what that weirdo in Cleveland is going to do. I'm not going to talk about him. Trevor Lawrence, CJ Stroud, the Levis thing going on in the South.
If Houston can have another draft, well, they're not going to have another draft like they did last year, but if Houston, maybe can get somebody, or I mean, they do have cap space as well. I mean, Houston can stack up and make another run at it. Seriously, if the Patriots get Knicks, that probably means they're trading down from 3 and take alt or a wide receiver in the first. Don't hate it.
Miami can't knock off a common cold. Cut it out.
Nah.
Because as soon as it gets lower than 50 degrees, they don't want to play physical. They don't want to hit. They don't want to do none of that.
But if the Chiefs get a wide receiver that's capable of catching the football, it may be an issue. If their defense played the way they played, they might be back. They didn't sign Chris Jones back yet, but I think they franchise tags need. So these quarterbacks compared to today's QBs, let's see. John says Caleb is compared to Burrow, Drake May to Josh Allen, and Jaden Daniels compared to Lamar. Okay. Xavier Worthy will end up in KC. They'll fix his drop issues when he gets to the next level, but he can still ball. I know he was the fastest at the combine, but they can fix his drops. Houston will make some noise. Yep. Houston will make some noise. I can see that too. I don't know what's going to happen to the Eagles. I don't know what's going to happen to them. We just going to see. I'm already at a headache with them already.
But if the Eagles don't do anything worthwhile, Sirianni's out of there.
Get the boot. Get him out of here. Yep. That'll be a perfect segue for Mike Vrabel. I'll take him.
Oh yeah, y'all can have him too. I'll actually watch the Eagles if y'all get Vrabel. I will actually happily watch the Eagles. Y'all would be
I'll take Mike Vrabel. I don't know
the
why
Philadelphia Titan Eagles things, because
I don't know why he don't have no job, but wow, because he's
apparently because he's too big.
That makes no sense. You got a great football IQ, but I don't want you because of your physique. That makes no sense. He played football. Does he not have Super Bowl rings?
He was a linebacker. Like, what are we talking about? He's gonna be big.
Oh, we don't want you because you're too big. What the? Y'all don't want to win football games because I didn't think Vrabel was a bad coach, in my opinion.
He wasn't. He just wanted to run. He just wanted to be a Bill Belichick, and Miss Strunk was not having that.
Look, I'll take Jason. I'll take Jason in a heartbeat.
He can instill some culture and have none of that crap will happen under him. MVS
going to be the number one receiver on the free market. Like, he got three. He got 3. Was it 3 or 2 Super Bowl rings he got? Somebody going to scoop him.
Somebody going to scoop him, but yeah.
Somebody definitely going to be. He's going to be scooped. What else is going on?
They released Scanting, but they kept Tony.
Yeah. Because my MVS they saved $12 million from that.
I'll take Vrabel to Bama too.
That's
I'm
true.
not a Bama fan.
One thing about Howie, he don't want no strong personality people coaching the team, and that's his fault. Then Howie, maybe your ass needs to go then. We said, you look, you a magician when it come to numbers. But come on, you got to get a coach in here that's going to coach this team. I don't want no softies in here either. You might as well have Ben Simmons coach. If you want some softies in here. They like yes men. No, I don't want a yes man. I want somebody that's competent and know what they're doing.
And one thing about Mr. Vrabel, he will definitely let you have it if you do something wrong. So there was that.
That's what somebody that's gonna be accountable.
And all that stuff with AJ, that foolishness y'all deal with AJ it's not gonna happen like that.
He said Ben Simmons will find time in his time as a coach.
Probably.
Oh, the clipboard fell on my toe. I can't walk. But this is the best time of the year, the draft. Draft and the NBA playoffs. March Madness is heating up as well. My girl Camila Cadurso hit the game winner for South Carolina. South Carolina was on the brink of losing, y'all. Undefeated streak still continues. So they're going for the SEC championship tomorrow. Tomorrow, I believe they might be going up against LSU again. That's going to be a good matchup if they, I think. So almost March Madness is always fun. I'm more excited about watching the girls than I am against the boys. I'm not even going to hold you. Girls has been balling this year.
They sure have.
When it comes to college football, basketball. So I'm excited to watch WNBA this year as well because we all know Keaton Clark's won number one. But so out of the divisions, which team surprised you the most? It was more disappointing, let's say.
See, if we look at the NFC East, it was definitely the damn Cowboys. Because they spent all season running their mouths, looking like world beaters versus second class and third tier teams, just to get skull drag and mollywhopped by the Packers at home in the wild card round. And not just mollywhopped, they got out coached.
That's what he said.
And I'm surprised Dan Quinn got a job after that because Joe Barry and all them they coached circles around anything that had to do with a Cowboy. Wrangled them right on in. So for the NFC East, it definitely had to be the Cowboys.
Gonna say my birds. I'll be a homer.
You're a homer. But I expected
I gotta be a homer on this one. The much talent as we had, and for us to be winning games like that and then lose like that, and still made it to the playoffs and lose the way we did, there's no way on paper you could have said that this team, I shouldn't have been stressed out as an 11-win team. I was so stressed out. It was horrible.
Because y'all easily could have been a 13-loss team.
This is
easily.
Omar, you ain't never lied. Never lied. The winning should not have been this stressful. It's
but we saw that coming from a mile away, so that's why it really wasn't. Now Dallas, for them to do all of that this year and tell the media to back off, and Micah did all this goddamn talking on the microphone, like turn the mic off, Micah, turn it off.
Cowboys, Eagles, Lions, Packers. I don't want to say the Lions and the Packers were disappointing.
No,
because the Lions got cheated. They should have beat the Rams. Oh no, the Rams should actually beat the Lions. And the Packers, they had their opportunity. Jordan Love in the beginning of the season, we was like, oh no, Jordan Love came around. Green Bay got a young squad. I love Green Bay's receiving core. I love their receiving core. Aaron Jones might come back for a pay cut. So we'll see what Green Bay does. But no, I like Green Bay's receiving core. But hold on 1 second, I gotta show y'all something.
But as far as like the Lions, to me, weren't necessarily disappointing. the way they ended the season that was a disappointment. Like Dan Campbell just decided he forgot how to be a coach, but yeah.
Hey, Jory, you know what's sad?
What?
That I got a championship before the Cowboys.
And congratulations.
My 8U basketball team won the championship today. I got a championship before the Cowboys get to the Super Bowl. The Lions, Packers, they are not oh my God. Damon, get out of here.
I don't know what a Cody Crybaby is. Are you talking about the dude that got slapped?
It's a wrestling praise.
The dude that got slapped? Okay.
Yeah.
That much I do know.
I went 4 more before they did. Look, I went to the championship game last year. This in the summer league. But I didn't know. But Kyle says the Giants, the Falcons, the Vikings.
The Falcons are the most disappointing team in the NFC South. Because they had that damn division wrapped up, and then they just decided to collapse.
Arthur Smith was dumb.
Arthur Smith did everything he deserved to get fired, and the meltdown versus the Saints just definitely sealed his casket.
No, you know who's disappointing? The Chargers. There's no way
they signed themselves up for that.
Brandon Staley. There's no way. I'm so glad he gone, Mr. Analytics. You want to go
now
for
you
it?
get Jim Harbaugh.
You want to go for it on 4th down in your own territory, and Minnesota's very lucky. Y'all lucky Minnesota didn't capitalize on that. I forgot what happened.
Oh, they're very lucky.
It was a pick.
And then you go from Brandon Staley to Jim Harbaugh, which is great. But look at what you're about to do to Jim Harbaugh as far as that team is concerned. Like, y'all are in cap hell, cap purgatory. Y'all can't pay. They're going to be releasing some people. Class.
Eckler might be going. They might got to get rid of Joey. He's definitely going to be gone. Joey Bosa's another one. You can't stay healthy. Keep Khalil Mack, though. So
some of them $30 million, because they got about 4 or 5 contracts on that team that are about $30+ million. So somebody's going to have to go.
Somebody got to go. But don't you know that the Eagles coaching staff got jobs? The side got a job, and Brian Johnson.
Now, how did Brian Johnson and the side get jobs and Vrabel couldn't find a goddamn job?
Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? That I think the side went to the Rams, and did Brian Johnson go to Commanders? I think so.
Good luck to the Commanders dealing with Dan Quinn and Brian Johnson. Good luck. That's
going to be interesting. I guess some people could tell us good luck with Kellen Moore, but look, I'll take Kellen Moore over Brian Johnson.
He can help Jalen Hurts.
I'll take a bag of chips over Brian Johnson. Okay, I gotta tell you something. Bag of chips. But it was great to be back. I know we haven't been here. Like I said, life is happening. Life is going on. That's all I'm gonna say. Life is going on. The biggest upset was Bryce Young. It's not Bryce's fault. I'm not going to chastise Bryce Young.
We're not doing that because he's put in a situation where he's set up to fail. And as far as the AFC is concerned, the Jets are definitely the most disappointing. Mm-hmm. And I agree with you, Kyle, on anything that just disparages the Jaguars. Because bump them and their little stupid quarterback. He's not stupid, by the way. I just don't like the Jaguars.
Sunshine. What y'all want with those sunshine?
Them.
But it was great to be back, y'all. Again, we are here coming back live to y'all next week. Also, we are on the Northeast streaming platform. Make sure y'all go and sub up to them on the Roku channel. We're there live now. Hopefully my cold won't be, kick me in the butt. But we gonna get on out of here, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Love, peace, and hair grease. If y'all gonna do something dumb, don't just do it safely. That's all I ask. Just come back to us next week, safe and sound. We gonna get out of here. Peace.
I mean, you can see right now, without LeBron, Lakers are struggling.
Let me tell you about the team I hate, all right? I know the Dallas Cowboy fan is here, so I had to make sure he knew how much I hate this team.
I'm ready.
I've often said that the
people who run baseball, they try very hard to ruin it.
I'm from Brooklyn. I don't have a problem saying it to his face. Oh, I'm from Brooklyn. Hey, you guys any